Welcome back, my friends. This time, you guessed it, we're making a dragon puppet. And some castle friends. Yeah, so if you look in your craft kit that your grown-up picked up from the library, you're gonna find some paper with your dragon face and your dragon's wings and tail. Oops. You're gonna find a paper bag, and then there's gonna be a baggie with your castle folk and some smaller craft sticks or popsicle sticks, whatever you want to call them. At home, you're gonna need scissors, some glue. This regular glue stick is perfect, and crayons, colored pencils, markers, whatever you got. So, my first dragon, I kind of made him look like Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty because that's my favorite dragon. But you can make your dragon look like whatever you want. So get your face, get your tail, get your wings, and go to town with your coloring. Maybe you have a red dragon, or a blue dragon, or a purple dragon, a striped dragon, a polka dotted dragon. It is totally up to you. I'm just going to color my guy in here. When I was coloring my first one to show Miss Amanda, I was coloring on my table, and I was using colored pencils, and the colored pencils picked up the texture of the table, so it kind of looks like my dragon has leathery skin, which I think is kind of cool. I also think it's cool that you can take and color on wood and it looks like leather. You just never know how things are going to turn out. Nope. But today, I'm going to go with lots of colors on this guy. Yeah. But you don't have to. You can do whatever you choose. Maybe you have some crayons. Maybe you want to make it look like Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. Hiccup was the boy. What was the dragon's name? Toothless. That was it. Toothless. I know what I'm going to have to watch this weekend, huh? I got to get caught up on all those dragon names. Yeah, you can make it, what was he, black with green eyes? You could make it look like, what else? Puff the Magic Dragon, he was green, right? Do you guys even know Puff the Magic Dragon? Or was it Pete's Dragon? Anyhow, there's lots of dragons to choose from. Or you just make one up out of your imagination. Any way you decide, it's all good. But I'm feeling blue today. I mean, I don't feel sad, I'm feeling the color. I like the color blue. It's speaking to me today. So, whatever color's speaking to you, go with it. I think I'm gonna give him a red nose. Maybe I'll have to call him Rudolph. What do you think? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Dragon? We could make a new holiday song. What do you think? Think Santa has room at the North Pole for a friendly dragon? Maybe. You need to color your wings too, and you can give them stripes, you can give them polka dots, you could whatever you want to do. However you want those wings and tail to look, that is all your choice. All your choice. Now, the correct way to color, you're supposed to do little circles. Sometimes Miss Desiree doesn't have the patience for that. So, try to make little circles if you can. Little circles. Oh, probably ought to give my tail some color too. Don't you think? Yeah, I think so. I think my wings need some blue stripes to match my nose. Well, not my nose, my dragon's nose. Yeah. And I'm not even sure I'm making these stripes go in the same direction on each wing. Your wings don't have to match. Now, a couple of our stories are about knights and dragons and castles. So that's what some of our crafts are going to be about this time. I used to always try to make a castle with my Legos when I was a kid. I wasn't always successful, but I kept trying. When you get your dragon all colored the way you want your dragon colored, then you get your crayons out. Trusty crayons. Remember, open them wide, little cuts to get around all those little edges and corners. Now, maybe you make a mistake, or maybe you don't like the shape of this tail. Maybe you want it shorter. You can do that. You can make a shorter tail. It's all good. Maybe you don't want your dragon to have a tail. Fine by me. Probably less destruction that way too, huh? Yeah. Now on the tail, if you look on this guy, gets a little pointy, but that's a little too difficult for you to do. You can just round right around it. I'm going to show you here. See, I just left it rounded. And if you want to color it in, you can do that too. Or maybe you don't like that. Maybe you want to cut it right off. Or maybe you want another shorter tail. Fine by me. Your dragon. You know, guys, I'm looking at my dragon and I'm thinking, he needs some green. So I'm going to make his horns green. Yeah. He needs some green horns. And maybe, just maybe, he gets a little green around his tail too. Yeah. All good. I really like that this shows you right where to put your glue on the wings. So don't cut that part off. Keep it right there because you're going to use it in a minute. And I bet you could trace these wings and use them if you wanted to make a bat. They'd be good bat wings. You could make a circle, give a little triangle ears, maybe some yellow eyes. You could make a bat. No time flat. I just rhymed. Now, on the paper bag, if you look at my original over here, I took the time and I colored the body or the paper bag. You can do that. See? You can take the time, you can color that whole body, you can do the back, you could get really detailed. I'm not going to do that today because, you know, you probably have better things to do than to watch me color. You have your own coloring to do. So I'm not going to show you that, but I'm just going to say, if you want to take the time to do that, have at it. Or maybe you have some stickers you want on there. It's all good. Whatever. You make this dragon your dragon. Then you have to ask yourself, do I have a friendly dragon? Do I have a sleepy dragon? Do I have a mean dragon? A scary dragon? Or maybe you have a dragon that is a dragon for all seasons. Maybe some days you play with him and he's mean. Some days you play and he's happy. Some days he's grouchy because he didn't eat enough breakfast. You know, that's the fun thing about having a puppet. It can be a different thing each time you play. Now I'm cutting out my dragon face. Again, using those little cuts. Sometimes sound effects help. Nice, careful cuts around those horns. Sometimes I think we should have horns. I think it'd be a lot easier to hold a hat on in the winter. Yeah. Although they might be itchy. I don't know. What do you think? You think horns are itchy? I thought about that. Thought you could hang your keys up there. Stuff might not get lost so easily. There we go, all cut out. Now we grab our glue stick. Now, this is where you gotta pay special attention. When it's laying flat, you've got this flap. Like when you open it up, this is the bottom. So you wanna make sure you're gluing on that flap. That's where the face goes, okay? So, take a glue stick. I'm going to put it right on that flap on the bottom and position my dragon face. Whoop. There he is. And then on the sides, you have a little crease. So you're going to put the glue where it says glue, and then press it on the front side of that crease, okay? Make sure you put the glue actually on the wing and not on the paper bag, because your sides might get stuck. Decide where you want those wings to go. Maybe you want high wings, maybe you want low wings. It's up to you. One on each side. Maybe you want them lopsided. Maybe you want one high and one low. That's okay. Dragons are like people. They come in all colors and shapes and all that fun stuff. The tail. Now on this guy, I put my tail on the back. You can do that and put it on the back. I folded it over. Or you can tuck it up. Maybe you want it on the side over here. Or maybe you want to tuck it up and do it on the inside of your bag. It's totally up to you. I think this time around, I'm going to put it on the side. I liked how that looked. So I'm just going to add a little glue. Add it right to the side here. And again, you can color that body, but once he's dry, he's ready to play. What do you think? Is that Nelson? Is that Nelson? I think that's Nelson the dragon. Yeah. He's gonna hang out with Mal. I called her Mal because she's named after Maleficent. So, Mal and Nelson, there we go. One more thing. You have your people. You've got a knight. You've got, he could be a squire, he could be a prince, he could be a peasant, and a princess. Give them a color. Grab your craft sticks. give them a cut. I'm gonna cut like way around them because I think they're not gonna last as long if you try to get too up close and personal. Just make a nice little round circle around them. Once they're colored. Again, you don't want to watch Miss Desiree color all day, even though I probably could color all day. I wonder if Crayola needs testers. Might have to check into that. Go. Add a little glue. Here's one. Oop, I didn't put enough glue on him. There's two. And there's three. Now, maybe your knight's like the knight in one of our stories and he's not very good and the princess has to do all the work. Maybe your princess dressed up like a knight. Maybe she's battling the dragon. Maybe your princess is best friends with the dragon. Maybe your squire or your prince is the bad guy. Who knows? It's your story. It's your castle. Now you can have fun making up your own story as you go along. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you next time.